Guys, Bryn Unedited here. So my first video and I'm gonna go fairly big. I'm gonna fix VAR in under 5 minutes. So, bold claims, I know, right? But trust me, we'll get there. First point, the thing that we really need to get straight and in line is, do we want the correct decision to be made or do we want the on-field referee to make decisions? I've seen pundits argue that the man on the pitch should have the final say because he experiences the game. For me, no, that does not matter. It's a stupid point. At the end of the day, a correct decision is a correct decision based on the laws of the game. If somebody fouls somebody, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting at home watching or refereeing the game, I can call it a foul because they've done something they're not supposed to do. Very straightforward. Rugby, cricket, tennis all have officials off field who can review footage and overrule the on-field officials if they feel the need to. And they're respected enough to be able to do that without getting too much heat from media or so on. Football should be no different. It's the biggest sport in the world, come on, right? So how do we fix VAR? Very straightforward. We have two people watching each game at the control center for VAR. The referee makes a call, we'll take a penalty as an example. He says penalty. The two VAR officials watching will have 90 seconds to decide whether they think it's penalty or not. And they do not confer with each other. They come to their own independent decisions. If one of those officials says penalty, we've now created a 2-to-1 at the very least agreeing with the decision. So if one person says penalty in the VAR office, one says no, you have 2-to-1 for a yes penalty versus the no. So you give the decision. If the two VAR officials say no penalty, you have a 2-to-1 against the referee on the pitch's decision. So we overrule it. Nice and straightforward. Now, to take care of the clear and obvious error issue, which has been, we all know, pretty much a pile of rubbish, you have that 90-second window. If you can't make a decision within 90 seconds, clearly it wasn't a clear and obvious error. It's very simple. So, if you can't make a decision, you time out. That means we either refer back to the on-field official's call and we stick with what he said, or those two VAR officials can suggest that that on-field official goes to the screen on the touchline and reviews it again for himself. It's literally that simple. So I'm going to recap it because we have that much time. Two people watching the games in the VAR control center. They have 90 seconds to make their judgment on the calls made by the official on the field. If they all agree, you go with the decision made by the official. If there's a disagreement, you go with the majority. If they can't decide within 90 seconds, it's not clear and obvious, so you stick with the referee on field, or you ask him to go and look at the touch screen on the sidelines. It's really that simple, really that simple. In terms of looking at the offside and handball laws and so on, that's not really important because we are talking about the implementation of the rules, not the rules themselves. This is how to fix VAR, deal with that other time. But that's me in less than 5 minutes fixing VAR. If you agree, like, share, comment, subscribe, spam this video to people like BT Sport, Sky Sports, the Premier League, Gary Lineker, whoever else can get this to people in power that can use common sense and implement what I'm saying here. Guys, thank you very much and see you next time.